There we go. Sorry, small casual drama with the old what's he doodle. But hi Liam, yes, I had a good Christmas. How was yours? Yeah, I apologise. I had two OBSs open because I've been doing a recording. Um, Christmas was great, except for this wonderful lurgy I have picked up. But hopefully, all will be well for a little while for the stream. So we are back with Dumbarton. Yeah, Milton Keynes unboxing there was a bit of a rough one, but we've bounced back. It's fine. We are still in the hunt for promotion, and that's what matters the most. So hopefully we'll pull this one off. Is the plan. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna stream for as long as my voice holds up. I have, as I said, I've picked up some kind of lurgy, which is not fun. And I've been recording all day, so that's good times as well. It's true, we have not had back-to-back losses under Ollie. That's just life with a top-class manager. It's been so long since we've had one that we just forgot how that goes. I think that's pretty much summing up our experience supporting Swindon, to be honest. It's been so long since we had a good manager, we've forgotten that they exist and that good things can come from them. Bear with, I'm just making sure I've got everything set up the way I want it to be set up today, because yeah, it feels like I haven't streamed in forever, even though it's only been the weekend. So I haven't got everything fully set up properly in front of me. That should be better. Right, let's do that. Right, okay, we're good. We're back. We're alive. Right. So I have to try and where we're at with Dumbarton. We did something in a cup, I believe. So that's nice. And we are 5th in the league, which is even nicer. We play East Fife next. Sir Alex Ferguson's first club in management, I believe, from memory. I could be wrong. No, it was East Stirling, wasn't it? Was it Fife? I don't know. I can't bother to look it up. Cannot be bothered to look that one up. That's not the kind of day we be having. Someone was Langen, which is nice. I'll be honest, I'm struggling to remember who Langen was. If it's a money offer, we'll take it anyway. But let's see what we've got. It's a no money offer, but it's also a player I'm not going to lose any sleep over losing. So we'll let him go. Let him go, and then we can use that money to rebuild in January. Yeah, apologies if my voice is a little bit shot. It's it's a thing. It's a thing. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, we are looking like we know what we're doing, which is fine, and we've got East Fife up next. We are not going to go and do a press conference because we're not mad. We are going to go and do a win against East Fife, get ourselves a little bit further up the table, hopefully. I don't know where Fife are. I'm sure we'll find out in about 30 seconds' time. But, yeah, it's a lovely kind of mid Christmas New Year gap that we all love. Fife are 3rd, so we do need to be winning this game quite badly. We need to win every game quite badly, but this one is pretty important to win. Pretty important to win is what we're saying. Oh, not a fan of how much this cold is ravaging my voice. I cannot possibly take any more lemon sip today though, or I will overdose on something, because I feel like I've probably got through an entire box just to keep myself going. The great irony is that I woke up this morning feeling fine, and then about 10 minutes before I started recording, it just slapped me around the face. I just suddenly got hit by this wave of ugh. So that's good. I think this is our best team at the moment. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. I seem to remember I was talking last time about we need to find a striker that can score consistent goals in January. I believe was our top goal for the January window. So any budget we can free up to bring in at that striker will be necessary. Yeah, you have to press the button, I believe, every month, which is very annoying. Very annoying. Not something I'm a fan of. I thought the point of a subscription was it just happened. But there we go. There we go. Fife are first in form in the table, apparently, which is good to see. That is the news we wanted. Just make sure I've got everything running properly. Right, we are ready to go. Let's go. Oh, that was a weird graphic. Let's get this done. Let's get goals early against East Fife, and then Jesus, that early possession's not great, is it? Early goals. That's what I was saying. Early goals against East Fife, because I would like us to get this promotion this year. We cannot go many more seasons without a trophy. It's just not possible. It's physically impossible for us to go many more seasons without a trophy. It does feel like the wheels have come off a little bit, but it also feels like a lot like if we had that consistent goal scorer, we would be top of the league. So still time to claw it back. We just have to find that guy to help us out. Although on today's showing, not looking great, I also have to check to see if it's reset my match speed highlights. It hasn't, which is good, because I did have that issue whilst I was recording earlier, where I realised it had reset all my highlights, and that wasn't fun. I've moved all my Steam library onto another hard drive, and it's reset a bunch of stuff. But it's nice, because I've now got space to actually have more than one game on here, or more than 2 games on here, which is nice, and I can store recordings, which is even better, because now I can actually have access to all my stuff and edit faster and all that stuff, which is great. But not the problem at hand. The problem at hand is we are being dominated by East Fife, and we have got to get the goals. That's the key. Getting the goals. I'm not mad that it's 0-0, but we do have to score eventually. And like I said, because we've had such an issue finding a consistent goal scorer. Oh, apparently I'm live again. There we go. That's weird. Don't know what happened there, but apparently I'm live again. I'm sure there's something happening, but I don't know. I can't work it out. I cannot work it out, and I'm not in the mood to faff. So there we go. We've been the better team here. Keep doing what you've been doing. We'll grab Jeremy, though, and Lenny, and Dom, and Calvin, and Ali, and and Quinn. Of course, Quinn. Not happy with your performance today. Go do better. Hopefully they will. Because this does feel like it's a 1-goal game. And I'd like it to be us that scores the goal. Although that said, I cannot make any guarantees. Oh. Cannot make any guarantees, unfortunately. We are getting there, though, hopefully. McGrory has made a tackle. Watara on the ball. Go on, Jeremy. Do some magic. Ferguson can't beat Templeman. Goes back to Gill. I keep wanting to call him McGill, like the Brighton goalkeeper, but it's not his name. Roy, through ball to Ferguson, to McGrory. McGrory, can he shoot? He can, and he scores. And Dumbarton are winning against a team above them in the league. Everybody remember when this happened, because it won't happen a lot unless we get another striker in. But we have got the goal, and the goal is important. The goal do be important. We are going to have to replace both of our wing-backs, though, because they are not performing today as we would like. So let's do that now. Why not? Right. So we are taking off Watara for Payne, O'Sullivan for Casey. Think I'm going to stick Sane in for Shooter as well. McMahon off for... Put Liam in, why not? And Frimpong off for Thompson. Yeah, because if Ali Roy doesn't score, Ali Roy doesn't score. But if everyone else fails at their jobs, then we fail to hold on to this win. Whereas Ali Roy just needs to be in the right place at the right time to have the ball smack him in the face and go in the net, to be honest. So Watara over the top looking for Ali Roy, doesn't find him. O'Sullivan, ball through for McMahon, gets tackled, and we're on the back foot. We're still waiting for those subs to go through, and McGrory gets a foot in there beautifully. Ball forward to Ferguson. Ferguson goes out to Watara. Through ball for Ferguson. He's through. He scores. Jaden Ferguson gets a goal on the board. And we are 2-0 up. And is this the beginning of a beautiful run of form? Who knows is the answer, because I am not clairvoyant, funnily enough, as much as I'd like to be. Oh, we've got lovely flash mode. Good, 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 good. 2-0 looks good, feels good. Gill's got a goal kick. Can we turn this into goal number 3 for us? Templeman's going to pick up the ball. Goes forward for Walsh. Over the top looking for Morrison. And Webster is tracking back. Cut back, and Levine gets a goal back for Fife. Which is okay by me, because we are still winning. As long as we don't concede another goal, I'll be quite happy. Although we have seen teams fall apart before from this kind of position, so let's hope today is not that day. Casey with a throw-in. He is going to go, I'm going to guess, to Liam. Go on. Oh no, I got it wrong. He went to Ali, which might be the worst choice, to be honest, because let's face it, Ali is not much of a player today. Payne, through ball to McGrory. He's got to cut it across goal. Does. Ali Roy, as I'm bad-mouthing him, gets in there to put the ball away. It's 3-1. We're back in the game, back playing the football, and we are absolutely massive, to be honest. That's what we do. I have no idea what that does to the league table. It might put us into 4th, maybe? I know 4th was achievable, but has it done that for us? It hasn't. But we are keeping pace at the very least, which is nice to see. 5-ish minutes to go. Liam on the ball, back to Casey, inside, and he has a pop. Liam almost with a rocket buster of a shot. Payne goes back to Neil, to Thompson. Thompson back to Sané, to Webster. Webster for Neil, doesn't go anywhere, and we are just settling in nicely. Ferguson taking a corner now. Who is going to be the man on the end of this with a header into a net, is what we're saying. Looking for Neil, doesn't find him. Casey has a pop off the post. Cleared. Walsh chasing it down. McGrory needs to get across him here, which he's got a bit too far across. Finally does get across him. Liam to Roy. And that is a pretty appalling tackle, but it's okay because time is ticking away. And that will be 3-1. And we have done everything we need to be doing. Forfar must have beaten. Hey, how you doing, mate? Let's do a quick shout out to Mr. A1 Wards. How are you, bud? I know this is always in the game. When you go to the club site, it now shows the day youth intake is. Does it now? Does it now? Oh. I am very good, my friend. Well, I say I'm very good. My sister has given me a lovely cold for Christmas, and I am a little bit rotten. But, you know, we'll get through. I won't die from it. I'm just going to struggle to talk for a few days. which is great because I've got lots of recording I need to get done, and my voice is rotten. It's really it's being held together by lemon sip and dreams. Let's have a little look at what Liam's got. Club site. Where is this thing? It's always this time of year. It's weird as well because I never get sick any other time of year. Club site. Where are you seeing the youth intake date, Liam? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? I could be missing everything, to be honest. It's not out of the question that I'm missing. I'm missing a lot. Brain power, general brain works. Because that'd be really helpful if it was a thing I could see on here. Not should be on that on their USAB. It might be because of where you are in the year. I think I've seen it say like a week or two before when the date's going to be. I think I've spotted that before. We're in December, so maybe we're not quite there yet. It's all is good, all is fine. We've got some time before we have a lovely new youth intake. Anyway, I would like to get us. Hey Kit, it can be said I'm always sick as hell, but today I am rotten. I was just saying I have probably worked my way through an entire box of Lemsip. It just hit me hard and fast because literally I planned out my day. Went out to Tesco, did all that kind of morning-y type waking up stuff, and then not like 10 minutes before I was going to sit down to start recording, it just slapped me. I just got slapped with this cold. Luckily I've got all my recording done. Well, I've got all of the recording for this week done, but people are going to hear how very, very rotten I sound, and actually how quickly this came on as well, because in the first video, like, I'm apologising for sounding a bit and I'm pretty much okay on it. By the second video, which I only recorded like an hour later, I am awful. I am being held together by prayers right now, which is weird because I'm not even religious. But yeah, I recorded those two videos. I went and I had a quick like hour nap. And I say nap very loosely. I kind of dozed in bed whilst watching La La Land. And then, yeah, just thought I'll do a stream because I'm back around, and it'd be nice to stop in, see everyone. Hopefully I will get a chance to go to Boots tomorrow and stock up on actually good cold medication, because Lemsip it's not the one. It cures nothing and doesn't actually help with any of the symptoms at all, bar maybe the sore throat, and that's because it's hot. But I am intending to do a New Year's Eve stream. I will do as much as no, to be fair, Kit, my holidays have been really good. I'm kind of two-parting my holidays a little bit because I've done all like the, parental, siblingy, Christmassy stuff. But my daughter is coming down this weekend to visit, and I'm going to spend some time with her, which is why I'm doing so much pre-recording, or trying to do so much pre-recording, because I don't get a lot of chance to see her because she lives at the other end of the country. So yeah, it's going to be a case of me trying to record as much as I can. So I'm going to do a long kind of New Year's Eve stream. I'll be back off again this weekend, just because I want to spend as much time with her as possible. And as much as she wouldn't object to me doing streaming, because I'm very fortunate in my daughter understands the content grind because she is a TikToker. I want to spend time with her, so that is going to be my priority. Quite frankly, but yeah, so it is what it is. What it is. Such is the fun of the holidays. But yeah, otherwise fine. I hope yours was good, Kit. Same with you, you Mr. Ward. I'm assuming you're still out there. Assuming you're still out there in the chat universe. In fact, it looks like it's just Kit at the moment, which is weird because we did have Liam and we did have Mr. Wards. Liam's back. I don't know what's happening with that screen. I have no idea. My screen is doing weird stuff. Great. Right, we are up against Spartans now. And in fact, before we play Spartans, shall we see? Mr. Bryce. How are you, Andy? How is life? Did you manage to get the level 8 or 10 database downloaded? That is the big question. I need to find a striker really badly. Really badly need to find a striker. There is probably not one. That's fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So yeah, fun thing, Andy. When I was messaging with you last night, I felt absolutely fine, and midway through this afternoon, I just got absolutely battered by this cold out of nowhere. So it's been an interesting sort of 24 hours. This guy is potentially really good, but we don't currently have any wages left. We do not currently have any wages left, which is a drama, I would say. I'm very confused by Twitch's countery thing at the moment. Bear with me, because Twitch seems to think I have like far more viewers than I do listed, and I don't understand what it's doing. I'm sure there is a good reason for that, but I don't know it. So that's fun, I suppose. Don't know if you'll continue a Liverpool save in 2030 with 60 contracted players. I mean, that's... I'm hoping that's not just first team players, but your entire squad. Because if that's 60 in your first team, mate, you might need to sell some players. Just a pro tip, but that's probably a great time to sell a player or two. Let's try this guy out, just because the quest for a goal scorer continues. Does he have any history of being a goal scorer? I mean, to be fair, that's what, goal every 3, give or take, maybe. Yo-Yo Mardy. There's no way. There is no way his parents didn't give him that name on purpose, is there? There is no way. Sorry, Andy. Yeah, you might want to sell a few players if that's your first team squad at 60, mate. But if it's your whole squad, you're doing really well. So that could work out either way. I kind of want to sign this guy just because he's called Yo-Yo Mardy. I know there's like 4 people in the world that understand that reference, but I enjoy it nonetheless. For those who don't know the reference, Yo-Yo Ma is a famous musician from about 20 years ago. Well, sometimes sometimes you do have to sacrifice the Wonder Kids. You could just loan them out until they're all worldies and then just keep the best 20 of them, but there are never times where you need to have 60 Wonder Kids in your squad at the same time. You just need the best ones. We'll try this guy out. Why not? He's not the most prolific goal scorer I've ever witnessed in my life. Uh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's not going to be a goal scorer. He's on a goal in every 5 across his career. That's not what I need. Can I have any loans from outside of Scotland? This feels like a thing I should know at this stage, but can I have any loans from outside of Scotland? Where are the loans? There you go. 5 domestic based player, 1 on a team in a different division. It doesn't say I can't. Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little look. Let's see if we can find a Newcastle / Sunderland striker to bring on. Well, not from there apparently, because they do not have any strikers at Newcastle apparently in this universe. Why am I going to their first team? They're not going to own a first team striker from Newcastle. That is unlikely at best. Can you play up top? You can. I mean, I know nothing about you, so I'm going to have to go completely off of record. And you have really done not a lot, to be honest, at any stage in your career. Which doesn't fill me with confidence. Okay, let's go to the Premier League. Start there. Sunderland. Who have Sunderland got lying around? Marcel Washington's in their under-21s. Right, I assume because you're playing, you're reasonably good. Elodie, your save completed the invincible season. Now the friendliest mode of it February with a worrisome 3-3 draw against Everton as the worst result, and a few games against second-tier French teams of the 8-3 and 6-2 scorelines. That is quite good. That will do. That will do. Hope you are well. So it feels like it's been a while, even though it's only been a few days. But I hope you are well. Hope you had a good Christmas and all that good stuff. Lewis Campbell, you're wanted by some big clubs and Oxford, but you'd like to play with higher quality players. Okay. How about this guy? I just want one of you to come and play in Scotland. That's all I'm asking, is for one of you guys to come play in Scotland for 6 months and score a bunch of goals. I am literally looking for a bagsman. Not even necessarily a good bagsman, but a good enough bagsman. Obviously looking at the northeastern clubs for realism. Oh, Harley Hunt. I know he's not a goal scorer, but it's always lovely to see how he's doing. How is Harley Hunt in this universe? Good. Good. Appears to be doing very little at Middlesbrough, which is just like real life, to be honest. He is being wasted a touch by them, if I may say so. 5'4" striker. I don't think that's really the vibe I'm going for. Scott Falaise. Wanted by Watford for a transfer. Can we loan him? No. No is the very succinct answer. I wish there was an easier way to get between squads than that. It really drives me mad. Luka Kakai. Go on, please be available for loan. The trouble is that I know I'm probably looking a touch too high a level for here. How is currently players like Monroe, Snowden, and Armin going? Let's have a look, shall we? Botan Armin is currently not playing for Norwich. Has had a loan at Barnet. I can't see much about him, but what we can do is see if he's available for loan. He's not. Let's have a look at. Why won't you let me look at? Why am I going to go the hard way? Why is it making out like he's not in the database? That's troubling. He may have retired. We'll have a look in a second. Joe Snowden is currently with Rotherham. That's a terrible picture, and it looks like his mum cuts his hair. He is currently available for loan by other clubs. He has been playing in League One mostly, and not terribly well. To be honest, he wouldn't be someone I'd want to. Let's just see if we can find Finn Monroe, because you've got to be curious now. Has he just retired from football? I guess he'd come under a youth departure, maybe, or a released player. He has. He's retired in this universe. There we go. That's sad, because he should be more than capable of playing at this level. In fact, let's have a quick look. He could have got a bad injury. He could have just been without a club for too long. Sometimes that's a thing that happens. Oh. Will he come north? Nope. No, he will not. League is very worrisome. I don't know how I'll be able to develop defenders. Well, I guess it comes down to scouting and playing time, really. I don't think I have a parent club. Even if I do, I cannot loan any more players from Scottish clubs, which is why I'm looking in England. How have we signed Duncan Watmore? How is he still playing? That's wild. I have no answers. He's not the answer to my problem up top. That much I will say. He is not the answer to our problem up top. Let's see if Miles Obodo is... Oh, hello. Hello, my lover. Would you like to come north of the border, please? He would be a very, very good signing. Very good signing. If we could pull that off. Let's just check in. Marissa, who would you like me to look up? Sorry, Elodie, who would you like me to look up? My brain is so tired right now. Nomi Fatier. Currently off Paris Saint-Germain. Unfortunately, I cannot see her attributes, but we can look at her career. She has been having a jolly good time with Paris Saint-Germain. Had a loan with Nice, and now is in the PSG first team more or less full time, which is good. 20 years old. Can't tell you a lot about her other than she has played some Champions League football. It's kind of the size of our knowledge. It's not the best database really for looking people up in. I've got to be honest. It's because I've got Fog of War on, because I didn't think when I set up the save. It's not the greatest for looking up players in. Oh, you've got a striker, he's injured. He's not bad injured, but he's injured. Okay. I do need a striker so badly, and I don't know where else to look. Doncaster. Doncaster might be an answer. Nope. Probably not. Unless there's someone hiding in their 18s. Obviously we can check Crew, but we don't talk about hiding in their 18s, in their under 18s at Crew. I will look at Carlos. Frank Vaughan Evans. He's got 2 F's in his name. That's fancy. His parents are rich. They can afford 2 F's in Frank. Let's... Nope. Probably the best form for it, as one of my saves has only 7 appearances for PSG at 20. Yeah, that's not the one. That's not the one. You'd think Crew would have a couple of good strikers, wouldn't you? Or would have someone they'd loan us. Ooh, I don't really play with a target forward, but let's try that. 110 CA. Fair. Fair. Anyone in the Crew at 18s? Again, really should phrase that better. Really should be a lot more careful with that phrasing. Carlisle are probably down here, aren't they? Somewhere? No? Surely not League One. Surely not. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Jesus Christ. Alright. Carlisle, what have you got to offer in terms of strikers? Georgie Kelly, 32 years old. Will you let me loan him for nothing? No. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where else to look, really. Such a problem as well, because we really badly need to find this striker. How about you? Oh, hello. Mais oui. Mais oui, très bien. Okay, problem solved. Right. Let's go do it. Somehow Ali Roy has 15 goals this season. I don't remember seeing many of them. Let's go win. Why not? Oh. Okay, we are getting there. Slowly. Oh. Comment? S'il te plaît? Merci. Très bien. Right. Goals. Give goals, please. We're in white again. Now I can understand what's going on. I don't know whether that makes a difference. I'm just making noises to check I'm alive at this stage. Great cross in. And, well, that's gone sort of nowhere. But, oh. K. Mill. Mr. Mill. Don't score. Didn't score. Long gathers it safely. And we are massive. Allegedly. Allegedly. I know what was happening. Oh, we've scored. We've scored. That's a good time. Sorry, I was just looking at a message. Oh. Do not like this feeling of roughness. Right. Quinn Shooter did a setup, and Neil did a goal scoring. And that is that. And we are now in the right direction, I would imagine. Let's have a quick look at our table. We are third. I can read. Good. Let's keep that going. Let's keep third going. That'd be great. That's playoffs at least. Not that playoffs went well for us last time, but we live in hope. Every year is a new year. And Watara with a cross. That's a great header, but it just hits the bar. Oh. Really just hits the bar. Oh, God. This may have been a mistake trying to stream while feeling this rough. It's always like the beginning of a cold that's the worst too. Jesus, that was a hell of a giveaway. Hell of a giveaway. Mill to Kerr. Forward for Tweed. And that has got largely nowhere, to be honest. But it's okay, because winning is happening, and that's what really matters. We're defending quite well, to be fair, and we are all over them on stats, which is nice. So we can't say it's not like earned as a scoreline, but I'd like us to get a second just to really sort of tidy things. I thought he had yellow legs for a second. I realised he was wearing tights. O'Sullivan, he goes to Frimpong. One touch pass. Oh, come off everyone. We've got a corner. Can we get a goal? Nope, we can't. But we're okay. We are still leading. We are, I presume, still third. Fourth now, because Forfar have done a thing. And Jeremy Watara's picked up an injury, so we'll stick in pain and go from there. That's fair enough. Forfar are beating East Fife, so I assume that we just took advantage of them being on a bad run of form. The trouble with a 10-team league is that form can swing everything so rapidly. Because you can't really build much of a gap at any point. That's poor from that McNally fella, I'll be honest. That was pretty poor attacking. But, again, not our problem. We are here to win football matches. We're doing well. We can find another gear to take charge of Le Match. And we will take charge of Le Match because I said so, I guess. Cannot wait to get this new striker through the door. I have to say, if we can get him in the door, we will be goal scoring, one would imagine. I have no idea how good he is. I've just been really hopeful. McMahon to Roy. To Ferguson, who gets tackled. Roy over the top for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan cuts it back for Jaden Ferguson. And at 2-0, I think this one is pretty much in the bag, I would say. I don't know how Roy has got so many goals because I don't remember ever seeing him put in a good performance. It's really weird. Hopefully that's going to keep continuing. But, well, I mean, the goal scoring, not the bad performances, couldn't tell you where he's got those goals from, to be honest. But either way, one consistent goal scorer, that's all it's going to take, and we are laughing our way to promotion. Hairstyles is what we have in real life. It's like, I had no idea hair could have such a strong colour gradient. We're seeing of Emma Severini, Italian international. Well, now I need to look up Emma Severini, the Italian international, which is a side quest. I mean, I'm not sure that's that many gradients of colour. What's happened is she's bleached her hair and her roots have grown out. I don't think it's that severe. I think she's just bleached her hair and the roots have grown out. Which is never a great choice. I think if you're going to bleach your hair and then not keep bleaching it, you should probably, once the roots start showing, dye the rest of your hair back to your natural colour. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I say that knowing my hair colour is growing out, and I should have dyed it recently and I haven't, but that's life, isn't it? I don't think it's any secret that I have grey hair, so such is life. Right, let's get up all forward for goal number 3 so we can see this one off, because Spartans, I know, Kit, I know, it's hard to tell from the large amount of grey hair I have that my hair is, I think, safe to say naturally grey now. But that won't stop me dyeing it just as soon as I find someone with my hair dye colour in stock, because for some reason L'Oreal keep cancelling / discontinuing / reinstating my hair dye colour, and I've never found one I like as much. Like, there'd be nothing stopping me dyeing my hair right now. I've got a box of black hair dye in my bathroom that's been there for a while. I also have a box of silver, but I like the Auburn. But I cannot find the Auburn that I like anywhere, including Tinternet. Which is annoying. I also have a box of like pure ginger hair dye, but I don't feel like I can pull off pure ginger. I'm also far too lazy to find something to mix it with to turn it into Auburn. This is the high quality footballing content you come for. Talk of hair dyeing. While still. Definitely not something I would pull off while feeling this ill, because between barely being able to breathe and the fumes, I think that's a recipe for someone to find me just passed out on the floor of my bathroom in a couple of days. It's not quite come off. Plus, I really enjoy the fact that with L'Oreal hair dyes, they are not ashamed of just giving their hair dyes a wildly offensive name. Liam, you can have help with a tactic. How can we assist? I still didn't make any subs. I was thinking of making subs. I didn't make any subs. Sane on, and Casey on, and Grievous on, because I should look at him at some stage. Sure. I think we should make that happen. I think we should say £1,000 and we'll get kit to turn into kit for charity. If I want to dye my hair in my dark brown hair and it with forced bleach, put Emma Severini type issues with roots in. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Diamond Tactics in 26, can't seem to get it working in 24. It's worked lovely. Wow. Trying to think of the best way I can help with that. If you email it through to me, Liam, we can have a look on stream. We'll do a bit of tactical surgery on stream. Why not? Why not? I can't help with shaping a mustache because I have never had one. So wish I could. Never had one. Never been able to grow a proper one. Just never bothered me. But yeah. That's a good idea, Liam. Let me make sure I can actually get into Discord, because that's been an issue lately. Oh, come on, le Discord. Le Discord. You're going to make me sign in using my phone. Bear with, bloody Discord. I don't know why, but Discord refuses to say it's signed in on Opera. Don't know why, but unless it'll let me sign in with a passkey. Nope, wants me to plug a USB in. Where is the bloody thing to tie it into Discord? Scan whatsy doodle. Where are you? Scan QR code. I know it's there. We will have a look. Come on. Site perfect, thank you. Yes, makes me scan a QR code with my phone and asks me to check my phone to see if it's something I want to let sign in. Figure it out. Figure it all out, right. Direct messages. I have to find my own Discord now. Where are we looking? Where are we looking? Oh. Right, yeah, I'm in. Send when ready, Liam, and we'll have a look live on stream, and we'll see what is and isn't working with it. We'll do a surgery. God, opening my direct message on Steam is like a time capsule of FM YouTube. That's wild. There's so many people I've got DM conversations with on here who are no longer producing FM content. Wild. Wild. Made me feel old. so many people I genuinely don't know if they're still making content or not. Genuinely no idea. I am. There we go. Uh, Excellent. Right. So start with the out of possession. Let's have a little look. See what's doing what. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I'm trying to work out why he is going to the right. That's the question I have, because if we look at the instructions, when we're here, for some reason your right centre back is moving out to the right, not staying central, and I can't work out why that is. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It shouldn't make a lot of difference in your build-up play, but unless it's something on my player, but I don't think it is. No? That's very curious. It's in the right position there. Huh. Let me have a little tweak, see if I can fix that. How very strange. Does he still drift? He does. I am confused. Let's just try clearing the team. Clear? There we go, right. Just to make sure it's not me looking at this funny. No. How bizarre. Because there's no reason he should be doing that. When you look on your screen, Liam, is he doing that as well? Oh, hang on. Now I've fixed that. I do have questions. I do have questions. Now I've stripped it of players. It's doing a bit more what I expect, but I don't like this gap here, which is a thing that I would be looking to fix. What I would say is, out of possession, I would have this defensive midfielder dropping, and I would have this attacking midfielder tracking, for sure, which should be reflected a bit better in your play. So when you are pressing high, your formation is still a diamond, and then as you drop back, it goes to a flat 4-4-2. And then as you come back here, it goes to a 5-3-2. So you're really packing the defence as you go back, with Hanratty dropping in. Now you could also borrow a thing that I've been doing, where you put those guys to wide covering. So again, same system when you go back. But then what you'll find is, as the ball goes out wide, they will start to try and pincer wingers as well. So that could be a way of fixing it. Just those simple tweaks to your out of possession midfield roles. If you find you're still conceding, maybe switch your fullbacks to press and really pincer it, but that's not life or death. Are you having issues with defending or scoring goals? What's the bigger issue, Liam? Okay, fair enough. Because I can't work out entirely what's not working here attacking wise. I am curious by the free roll target forward combination. That's a very interesting mix. I can see why and how it would work. Like, I'm guessing the fella in the free roll is absolutely smashing them in. But yeah, defensively, I think it's as simple as just having your midfield kind of go from that diamond to a flat 4 to a 5-3-2. You might also want to take your quickest forward and have them as an outlet or a splitting outlet, and you could also have your other striker tracking to really shore up the defence. Like if we, just for argument's sake, if we just do that, then you see that your outlet centre forward is always going to stay up, but then you go to a 4-5-1 through the middle, and then you drop to a 5-4-1 in defence. So that could work, and then you'll also find you've got more players to that kind of pincering on the sides as well. That could work really well for you, but I'd start with just the midfield, and then I'd apply those changes to the attack. That'll be the advice I'd give you, I think. But obviously, let me know if it works, because that's always strong. Yeah, give it a go. I mean, the worst that can happen is the results stay the same, right? But hopefully they won't. Right, let's try and squeeze a game in, shall we? Why not? Why not? Aloha is our next game. Aloha. Oh, I see a gorgeous Pat is lurking as well. In the lurk. Right, Lucas Swan is someone we're going to negotiate. That's good. Extra firepower is always strong. So apparently this Templeton fella should be playing, but I don't see how he's better than what we have. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Only a few days, less than a week now until the transfer window is open, which we love to see. Love to see it. I do love the fact you can play trialists in the Scottish League. That does bring me joy. It's like a try before you buy for sort of semi-mediocre attackers. Don't think I want Truesdale on that bench, though. I probably would still put Liam in there, and then do I need all that left back? I probably do. Alright, let's see. We can try our strikers and see if they can score goals. Oh, I don't want to give... breaks the rules. We can't have Miles playing in a goalkeeper number. That's not okay, right. Not okay at all. Right, come on. Load faster. Perfect. Perfect. Right, let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Right. Goals. It's snowing. It's snowing in Scotland. 1-1-0 wasn't the best performance, but the first clean sheet in months. Well, that's a good start. That is a good start. Sometimes it really is as simple as just having a few players track back. That's what I've learned. That's why so much of this team does a lot of tracking back. Also, I enjoy these advanced wingback roles. They're a bit filthy. This and the playmaking wingback have both been quite filthy. This snow is not settling. It's very sad. Could you settle? Is that okay? Oh. Would very much enjoy a goal right now. Just one goal. was like, is that Ollie Watkins? It's not. It's not Ollie Watkins. Unsurprisingly, not Ollie Watkins. Right, can we get a goal, please? It's a cross. It's a great cross. If only someone had thought to attack the ball like this rubbish striker who somehow scores goals. I haven't, and I can't find it anymore. I think they've taken it off, which is really annoying. I tried to play it. I've got Xbox Cloud on my phone. I was trying to play on that, and it was just too buggy, too janky to work. But by the time I got to an Xbox to play it, I couldn't find it. And it's really, really annoying because I was really looking forward to that. And I think they're bringing out a Le Chiffre DLC this week to promote the new James Bond game, which I'm quite excited for. So, although I can't for the life of me work out what level they'd set the Le Chiffre DLC at. I guess Paris, but it is the one thing I find really, really frustrating with the Hitman games. I understand why they do it, I do. But when they bring out a contracts special thing, would it kill them every now and again to maybe build a new level for it? Just once in a while? And also to use those levels better. So like the M&M mission, the Christmas one took place in Paris. And I was like, okay, I sort of get it, but do we have to have the fashion show going on? Because I don't really understand how those two things combine. And then the M&M mission was in Japan, when surely it would have made more sense to have it at the club in Germany. Just a thought. My favourite map / mission. I think the map I like the best is the... I always forget what it's called. The one on the Italian Riviera. In terms of mission, it probably is Miami, just because there's so many ways of completing it. So like, yeah, I mean, I get like it's. I think like the best balanced one is. I'm getting my Hitman games confused. Hong Kong? Is Hong Kong on this one? Or was Hong Kong an older one? I know I really enjoyed Hong Kong overall, but I can't remember if it was this Hitman or an older one. I can't remember. Cannot remember for the life of me. I haven't made any subs again. I keep forgetting to make subs, and I'm trying to be trying up 2 new strikers. Right. Strikers, do your striking, please. There you go, Marty. Perfect. Right. Imagine the limbs if they score now. 3-1 versus half. Myers again definitely makes the defense more steady. Beautiful. That's the good news we like to hear. Frimpong for Coley. Alright, imagine the absolute scenes if we get a goal here. I'll sign whoever scores. Nobody scored. To be fair, I gave them like 3 minutes to change a game. That was on me. That one was on me getting distracted too easily. God. Right. Worst player in C and star rating on the main roster, but her stat spread is divine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. Bear with me a second. I want to go try and blow my nose and stuff, and that's grim to hear on camera. So I'll be back in a moment. Oh, so sometimes when you're a content creator, the things that are the most entertaining are the things you don't capture on camera. And I just learned that the hard way. Uh, Somehow I just managed to sneeze so hard my ear popped, I lost balance and fell over. That was a good time. Uh, don't know how that happened, but such is life. Apparently we signed that guy. Is he not? Oh, don't tell me he's not coming until January. Yeah, of course. It's like tomorrow, but it's fine. I think we will try and get Miles Obodo though as well. If we can get him to sign a deal, I'll be very, very happy. Let's rotate some players, shall we? I don't want. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think that will do there. I think we will O'Sullivan at left back again. You see, Jeremy is not back yet. Really need some new wing backs. Really need some new wing backs. That'll have to do. That's the best I can do. But we will start those two up top, because why not? They're better strikers than we've got. We're playing Forfar, who are above us. Hopefully goals will come. I would like Obodo to be scoring the big goals for us. That would be fun. Ooh. Right. We could fall out of the playoff place with a loss here, so go out and impress me. Yes, do that. Do that thing where we score goals. That would be nice of you, if you could just find it in your hearts to go and score all of the goals. I mean, to be fair, I would expect Miles Obono to score lots of goals at this level. But we do have to find the money to sign him, which might not be an issue come January, because we've got a few players leaving us as well. Oof. So we could be well stocked. In theory. In theory. Strachan hoofs it out of the ground. Come on, spill something from this. Let's build a goal. Great cross. Header was terrible, but it was a great cross. I do want to kind of see if Johnny Fedge is in the database. I think I've already looked. I'm very sad that Frankie Monk isn't. That was unnecessary. Unnecessary. Go on, win it. Win it. Beautiful. Now, forward. Slowly. Slowly was the key there. Slowly. As in, without making rash decisions. Which we've done there badly. We will berate the boys. Get focused on scoring la goals. That would be ideal. As Chisholm goes to Dolsansky, to Lowndes. Come on, let's win this back. Oh, McGrory's got it. Let's get goal. Forward. Cross. I mean, cross was really the key instruction I gave there. Was cross. So if we could just do that, that'd be nice. Oh. Right, good ball forward from Frimpong. Mardy, forward for O'Sullivan. He gets brought down. Penalty is occurring. I'm not going to do something stupid with the penalty taker. Whoever takes it, takes it. Webster is stepping up. And can he get an equaliser? Yes, despite the fact he put it straight at the goalkeeper with no pace behind it. Christian Webster has scored the equaliser. We are back in this game. I will never understand how this penalty went in, because it was terrible. Truly awful. Like, what's that goalkeeper doing? Really? Anyone know? No? Me either. Oh. Yeah, I will never know, Liam. I will never know how he didn't save that. Because that was one of the worst pieces of goalkeeping I have ever seen. On FM or otherwise. And I spent years watching Bart Breaming play for Swindon, so... Go figure. That sounds really harsh, but Bart Breaming really was an awful goalkeeper. I don't know how he was Swindon's number one for so long. I think it was only a couple of seasons, but it felt like forever. Right, grab these guys, and... oh, come on. Time to be better. Bart Breaming, Dutch goalkeeper, we signed in about 99-ish. From... hang on, let me... from Peterborough, I think. Utterly shocking goalkeeper. Oh, Jesus. He was with us for 4 years. Utter crap. Such a bad goalkeeper. I do remember Kovar. He's very much a confidence goalkeeper as well, to be fair. I think he gets a lot of shit from Swindon fans for being bad for us. But we do have to remember he was behind a really shocking defence too. Like, his confidence was gone within about 25 minutes of his debut. And it took him a long time to get it back. But I never thought he was as bad a goalkeeper as people tried to convince me he was. Yeah, PSV's main goalkeeper, and frankly, he's a player that if we hadn't destroyed his confidence, probably could have been playing for us. Like, full time. But, you know, we did what we do. So, alas, we missed out. But there's kind of a pattern historically of Swindon having great goalkeepers in on loan, and they make a couple of mistakes, as goalkeepers will do, because that's what goalkeepers will do, and town fans jump on their back and decide that they were crap, and they go on to become top quality goalkeepers. So I appreciate this will be a little before your time, Liam, but back in the 90s we had Shay Given in goal for us on loan, and town fans like to tell the story that we always knew Shagan was going to be a great goalkeeper. We always knew. We always loved the fella. He got so much shit when he was in goal for us. I remember every town fan that sat around us at games being like, "Oh, Shay Given's utter crap. Why is he with us? Why can't we get a good goalkeeper?" Shay Given, arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the history of the Premier League. Miles Orbano scores, by the way. But yeah, town fans used to give out like he was a complete fucking clown when he played for us, and that he was never going to make anything of himself. And that's how I learned that if Town fans don't like a goalkeeper, he's probably going to be world class. Yeah, I remember Sol Bryn as well. Sol Bryn turned out alright. I have no idea where he's playing at the moment. Is he back? Is he Borough's #1 now? Someone's telling me he's currently Middlesbrough's #1. Yes, that's it. Town fans as well. Town fans are the worst. Like, they're loud, but honestly, the amount of ball knowledge in the Town end is minimal. It really is. Just absolute cluelessness. I have almost every one of the worst takes I've ever heard on a Swindon player has happened in the Town end. I remember when I was a kid, like a little kid, like 4, 5 maybe. There was a lad who stood near where my dad would stand, obviously with me, who was insistent that Colin Coldwell wasn't a very good player. You know, Swindon captain, Scotland international Colin Coldwell went on to make 250 odd appearances in the Premier League. Convinced he wasn't any good. Convinced he was rubbish. Still, to this day, I maintain the best centre-half Swindon I've ever had. Had a deadly partnership at the back with Sean Taylor as well. The only thing you could do better than having those two together at the back was brick up the goal. Because they kept goddamn everything out. And then the year we went up into the Premier League, we sold Coldwood as well as losing Hoddle, and our defence fell apart, and everyone was surprised. But we replaced Coldwood with a 97-year-old Brian Kilcline, who'd never been a good footballer to begin with. He just happened to play in a lot of very good teams that hit his flaws, like having no pace. And people were surprised. We did concede 100 goals in the Premier League. That is a true story. And as much as I don't want to speak too ill of the departed, that was largely because John Gorman couldn't spot a quality player if you sat him in a room with Pele, Maradona and Cruyff. He was not a great recruiter. He signed players for their reputations, not their talent. And the trouble with signing players based purely on reputation is that to build that reputation, they have to also be fucking ancient. Well, it didn't work out for us, to be honest. So, but I would say that Brian Kilcline was absolutely the epitome of that. It is a bit like the FMAI. I'm trying to think who else. There was someone else we signed that season. I've been Laurie Sanchez. Was it Laurie Sanchez we signed that year as well? Yeah, we signed Laurie Sanchez that year, and he was shite as well. But I maintain was always shite, to be honest. We also brought in Terry Fennick that year, who must have been 50 at the time. Try and do a quick maths on him. 34 when we signed him. Terry Fennick's most he played for Spurs for 6 years. Terry Fennick's greatest footballing achievement up until that point was that he was the first player that Maradona passed for the goal of the century at the '86 World Cup. It was the only thing he ever did of any note. But we signed so much shite that year. Like some good players like Nyholt and Fjortov, but so much shite. Andy Much, what shite he was. And Keith Scott, I struggle to call Keith Scott shite. That'd be too nice for him. That was a truly... and also, because Wikipedia has reminded me, that was also the year where, for some reason, we had 3 different goalkeepers on loan and a million-year-old Frank McAvenny playing for us. Frank McAvenny would have been 35 when he joined us from Celtic on loan, and hadn't been a good player for 5 years before that. I got a result against United is possibly an overstatement. We got a 2-2 draw at home in a game where Eric Cantona got sent off for stamping on John Moncur, who, the second the referee turned around to deal with something else, popped back up to his feet and chinned Cantona. Outstanding stuff. One of the funniest things I've ever witnessed. But in terms of results that season, you can argue our biggest result that season was probably beating QPR at home, who were a good side back then. Maybe beating Spurs at home as well. But that was a rough year to watch Swindon. I mean, there have been many rough years to watch Swindon. I was at the last game we ever played in the Premier League, where we got beaten 5-0 by Leeds, and we were sat in the Stratton Bank for some reason, and it was dire. Absolutely dire. But I got to see some very good players play that year. I mean, that Leeds game alone, they had McAllister and Strachan playing for them. Very possibly Lee Sharp as well. I think that might have been the year he joined them. Anyway, this is not getting games played at all. Right, we've got a Trust Trophy game coming up and a transfer window opening, and hopefully all those two things will lead to money, which will in turn lead to us signing Miles Obodo, because he's now scored for us. Oh. He has now scored for us, so he must be signed if we can. Be a nice break from the league and our struggles there. Hopefully Motherwell's reserves should be quite beatable too. So it seems very, very quiet over in YouTube land today, which is nice. Clearly Fuckboy Charlie got bored. Which is nice. I realise I've suddenly shrunk on my screen. There we go. Let's put that camera back down. That's hopefully going to be slightly better. I do have to figure that camera positioning out somehow. Sure, it'll be fine. Right, we'll get ready to do our things. Cabene. Transfer open. Yes, I would like, please, several strikers and some money. If I could have that, that would be great. Admittedly, I know it's a big ask, but if I could have several strikers and some money, that would be great. Right, Lucas Swan. Oh, he could be a footballer. He might one day be a footballer, but probably not immediately. You've gone. You guys have gone. He's gone. Alright, I think. Just quick mathing in my head. I'm gonna say I would like a striker, please. Does that free up some cash? Because if it does, we'll have Miles. It's closer to some cash. Let's chuck cash at him, shall we? Miles, have all of this money. Yes. We have a goal man. Right, can we have anyone else? Possibly a left back would be good. So, but funny about naming a daughter, which was the following sentences. Please stand up for the president, PM, insert country, insert name. Gentle dance, not on the main pole of the bunny club, insert name. Well, it's not a bad rule to live by. I feel like what's really, really funny is that my daughter's name actually fits both of those really well. I can't pretend it wasn't entirely on purpose. But there you go. I would like him, please. He looks like he can do a footballing. Would you come in for a trial until I can figure out how to have some more money? And yeah. Our squad is shrinking slightly. I would like Louis Selfridge to go away. Maybe the French seem to fit both equally, but then maybe society just views the French as seductive or something. I mean, I have heard rumours that people see the French as seductive or something. I did sit down on Christmas Eve or Boxing Day, one or the other, and I binge watched the entire 5th season of Emily in Paris. And that show somehow never disappoints in its ability to disappoint. I had that moment, like, bear in mind, I watched that show knowing it's not good television. So don't try and tell me it's not good television. I know it is fundamentally not a very good show. But it's a very entertaining, not very good show. And bear with. There's a sneeze coming. Yeah. Well, they were filming a anyway. Spoilers. So. Yeah. Oh, not a very good show, but I enjoy it very much because it's stupid and fun and fluffy. But I realised just how little depth there is to that show when I was able to catch up my sister, who had never watched a single episode, on everything she needed to know to sit down and enjoy season 5 of Emily in Paris in under 5 minutes. She was very confused. I based it the whole, this is Emily, these are her friends, she may or may not still be in love with Gabrielle, who was in love with her friend Camille, who for some reason she calls Camille, despite the fact no one has ever introduced her to her as Camille. And everyone seems to be sleeping with their exes. I didn't see anything in YouTube chat, actually, which is concerning. Why am I not seeing YouTube chat? Oh, that's concerning. Bear with. Why am I not seeing anything in YouTube chat? I know why I'm not seeing anything in YouTube chat. I have worked it out. I am well smart, me. You know when I stopped and restarted the stream, I forgot to change the chat I was looking at. So I've been looking at the wrong chat this entire time. Apologies if you've been in YouTube chat. And trying to communicate with me. That was weird. Yeah, I'm glad you put a stop to that. Thank you, Liam. It may have been entirely harmless, but maybe don't ask about people's children. Also, just the sentence, I went to school so I might know her, is hilarious to me. Like, you went to school just in general, so you might know someone who also went to school? What? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Emily's ability to pronounce French names is awful. But it also, like, I know we're on Emily in Paris tangent, and it's super exciting for everyone involved. But she was at no stage, like, when Gabrielle introduced Emily to Camille, he introduced her as, this is my girlfriend Camille, and she immediately called her Camille, right? Now, she had not seen this name written down, so there is no reason for her to assume there are L's in it, but that was her go-to. It just bugged the shit out of me. Like, there was, like, if she'd been introduced via text message in a group chat, I'd been like, okay, I get how you'd get there. But you just kind of assumed that was how it was spelt. And then how it was pronounced, despite the fact that neither is true. But also, for Paris Saint-Germain declare interest in Minge. I'm sorry, this is a family show. What are we doing here? What was that? Oh, pardon me. That is a very unfortunate headline. I feel like that's a thing they should probably code around. It's objectively hilarious. But still, also don't mind me, that's going on Twitter. It is a British slang term for a vagina. But still, and yes, I appreciate I am a child, objectively funny. So that's going on my Twitter. Because if I have to have Twitter for content creation, I'm going to post things that I find funny. I would make it accessible, but I don't know how. Paris Saint-Germain approved to be poet. I don't know why that got held. I mean, I do know why that got held, but I don't exactly have the strictest chat settings on, so God knows. But yes, that's now gone on to the Twitter for everyone to admire my absolute being 5. Yeah, as I do. Everyone enjoy. My post failed to. Why did my post fail to? My message fail to send. Pretty sure I can post links in my own chat if I wish. Just throwing out there. If I wish to post stuff in my own chat, I shall do that. Anyway, let's football. Offers made for Obodo. All of League 2 now wants Miles Obodo because I threw some pennies at him. Are we serious? Stick with me, kid. I'll make you rich. That's what we'll say. That's what we'll say. Stick with me, kids. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, right, where are we at? Not gonna lie, I'm gonna take this this sneezing as a sign. It may be time to turn in very soon. Oh, because I am genuinely feeling rough. But let's play this game first, shall we? Let's put Grant on the bench. Why is Sané a goalkeeper now? We'll never know. Is that a team I'm happy with otherwise? It's gonna have to do. We don't need 3 strikers on the bench though, do I? Let's take off Templeton. And let's put a different centre half on the bench if we can. Doyle, are you good? You're not the worst. For Selfridge, that'll do. That'll do. Oh, you can have number 11. I'll spoil you. Why not? Why not? Ooh. Just having a quick look to see who is currently online. See which of our lovely friends are hanging out just in case. Looks like Benny is playing some kind of gacha game. I think that's what he calls them anyway. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's game. Right. Address L boys. Home form is important. Go out there, make it count. And we will be underway momentarily. Right, MOT reserves. Get your car fixed, get your goals scored. Hopefully we'll get goals scored anyway. I think this is the round of 16, third round. I think is the same thing as the round of 16. There's not many teams left in this competition as far as I remember, so hopefully goals are incoming. Long to Shooter. Forward please, good stuff, thank you. Casey, can we get the ball to a player? Thompson gives it away. It's a shot from range from old Hamish. And those 75 lemon sips are definitely wearing off now. Right. Not a lot of action so far, it has to be said. Let's get some of the action happening. Right, let's have a goal. A goal would be lovely. Ideally for us. It's like it new. It's like it new. Because I'd like us to get through to the next round of this competition just for some money, to be honest. It would be nice just to have some money coming off the back of this. It's half time, it's still 0-0. We cannot complain too heartily. Our shooting has not been good enough so far. Please do better shooting. Thank you. I'd like the new lad to score. Swan, that'd be nice. Oh. Well, they scored whilst I was sneezing. They are cheating by having Salah on the pitch, though, so... And Sheena Easton. And Nigella Lawson. What are you doing? That's too many famous people. Okay, Swan with a free kick. Is this a thing he's heroic at? Yes. Yeah, yes it is. My God. Secret skill unlocked for Lucas Swan. Bosh. Alright, love. You're not even that good at set pieces. What are you doing? We'll take it. We'll take the weapon, but it wasn't expected. Go on, let's get another goal here. Shooter taking a corner into a box. Someone with a header. No, not quite. McGrory with a shot off the woodwork. Quinn shoots. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. What? No, none of the defenders stood goal side of the ball. Fancied that? No, 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 no. Was I asking too much? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I ask a lot of you to try and run Casey to Swan to Thompson over the top, looking for Casey again. Can he get a crossover? He does. Who's there? Nobody. Thompson will pick this one up though. Forward to McGrory, to McMahon, to Roy. I feel like Thompson is a bit of a caricature of a player. He's called Hamish Thompson, and he's ginger. Has there ever been a more Scottish human being than Hamish Thompson? That's the question, really. That is the question. Has there ever been a more stereotypically Scottish human being than that? I've done the thing where I forget there's only a certain number of friggin' subs allowed. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. We only need one more goal, so it's okay. Right, come on. Let's get the goal. Do the big goaling, please. The big goaling late on would be the way for us. So all I ask is a big goal. Otherwise we're going to penalties, and I don't think I fancy our chances with penalties, to be honest. I don't know why. I just don't think I fancy our chances today. Although apparently we're just playing hoofball now. Swan, what can he do? Ball through for McMahon, and that's gone to penalties. And cool. It really annoys me you can't see their body language anymore. It really bothers me. Really does bother me that you can't see that anymore. From there, I don't care. Those are our penalty takers. Brett Long is going to be one of our first 5 penalty takers. It's a bold move. We don't really have any better penalty takers, as Lucas Swan gets a second ball into the net on his debut. And now it's time for Big Longy to step up and be a saving hero. Put us into the next round of the Scottish Trust Trophy. Robinson steps up, puts it away. This could be a long penalty shootout because it's FM26. McConnell is going into goal. Ali Roy is stepping up. This one is going into Glasgow City Centre because it's Ali Roy. Alright, he scored. Alright, he's proved me wrong. He's proved me wrong again. And now Long making the walk back to goal. It is Long versus Buchanan. Pat Buchanan from Art Attack scores a goal. Was that Pat Buchanan? Was that his name? I can't remember. Either way, Neil stepping up next, so that's good. Against old McConnell. Neil scores. We go again. Long goes back in goal. Long can make a save. If he makes a save, he'll make headlines when he scores. Jobs are good. Nigella Lawson stepping up. What can she do? Straight into the hands of Long. And Long should be taking the next penalty. And if he scores, I don't want to spoil anything, but we should be through. We should be through. So, Long scores. It's currently 4-2. And all he has to do now is make one more save. And frankly, he's the biggest hero in Dumbarton. He will get his own elephant-shaped castle hill thing. Ross steps up. Diana Ross scores. But still, as long as we don't miss this next penalty, Long gets to be a hero. It is McConnell in goal. McMahon stepping up to the spot. Will he score? No. Jeez, I'm going to be here all night. I'm going to be here all night. Long is going to step into goal again against Sheena Easton. Nobody does it better. Told you. That was a reference none of you will have got at all. I'm so old. I'm so old. Chucks is stepping up. What are we doing, Chucks? Scoring goals. Good. We just need some. Yep, this just feels like it's going to take forever, Liam. It really does feel like the longest. And now they've got Mo Salah stepping up. It's not okay. Make the save, Longy. Hasn't done it. Hasn't done it. We're going to be here all night. All night long. McConnell versus Casey. Casey is probably going to miss, if I had to guess. Yep. And now we need a miracle because I am not feeling like we are going to save this. Russell Watson steps up. What was their keeper doing? What happened there? Can we get a VAR on that? Because I reckon the keeper helped that in. Anyway, we're out of this cup. So that's fun. Disappointing we didn't win because we were on top and had a lot of blah, 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 blah. I think that's probably where I'm going to call this stream for. I know it's a short one, but I feel fucking awful, to be honest. So let me go and see. Let's go and raid a lovely friend of mine, Big Man on Campus. That's a good plan. Right, thank you for being here, guys. Love you all immensely. I'll be back tomorrow night for another one. But yeah, we're going to go see Big Man. And hopefully good times will ensue. That's the plan. So, thanks for being here, guys. See you all very soon. Stay safe. And have yourselves a good one, is what I'm saying. Have yourself a good one.